Salute to all of the students of HCU who have been waging this battle for justice, not only for Radhika Amma, but for those countless students who are still fighting the same fight that Rohit Vemula was fighting when he was a student here. Salute to all of those students who have graduated from HCU but have come here in solidarity with this event. Revolutionary greetings, Jai Bhim, Lal Salam to all of you. Revolutionary greetings to you in HCU also, because I understand that you're not only fighting the BJP and the RSS at the national level, you're fighting your very own small version of a BJP RSS in your own universities. Salute to you, because we know that the same administration that has no funds for progressive left unions and councils suddenly have so many funds when the ABVP comes into the union. Salute to you who have been braving one violent attack after another from our dear friends in the ABVP. Salute to all of you who have been constantly speaking about gender justice and social justice from the space of this university, who are resisting a land grab by the very forces who claim to fight the BJP and defend the constitution and democracy in this country. Salute to all of you for understanding that for us to be truly democratic, to be truly a force that defeats the fascists in this country, we must stand with the students of HCU. We must stand with the students of Ranchi. And when political parties refuse to understand that they have to contest the BJP and defeat the BJP, not only in electoral politics, but in politics on the ground, then if they treat us the way the BJP treats us as students, then we will treat them the way we treat the BJP at the center. So revolutionary greetings to all of you for understanding this fine politics, for understanding this, I'm sorry I'm dropping words, for understanding this Marxist dialectic. Revolutionary greetings to all of you and congratulations. So today, I'm sorry I don't speak Telugu, and it would be great if I would be able to, but I don't. I speak English, Hindi and my own mother tongue. So I would just speak in English. So today, when I was coming to HCU, comrades were saying that a lot of new students will be attending this program today. There are a lot of first-timers who got inspired by the protests at Jantar Mantar, but don't really associate themselves with politics in the campus. They will be joining. So I thought perhaps we should talk about politics. Why we do politics? What is the need of politics? In our country, we equate politics with electoral democracy. We have seen year after year our representatives sit in the parliament and then completely disappear from public view. We have seen that the funds that the government has from our own money, from the taxpayers' money, that fund is allocated not for public welfare, but for building party offices in different states, different districts of different states. And that is why I say this with extreme sympathy, that if you think that politics is equal to corruption, politics is equal to betrayal, politics is equal to an old man sitting in a parliament talking about things that will never be your own, talking about things that will never be your story, talking about things that will never be your issues, I don't think we can blame you. But at the same time, politics is not just limited to electoral politics. When we enter a university space, whether we will enter the space or not, that too is politics. Every year, thousands and thousands of students give the entrance exam for HCU. But only a few make it into HCU. And every year, so many students are left with no other choice. This is politics. Why isn't there? Why is there only one HCU? Why aren't there more public universities like HCU? And not just in Telangana, but throughout the country. Why is there only one JNU? Why aren't there more JNUs in every state and every district? You don't have public universities, you don't have a JNU, you don't have an HCU, because the government does not think that educating you, providing literacy to the young people of this country is the job of the government. They are increasingly dismantling public education in favor of private universities. And that is why whether you will get admission in an HCU which has limited seats or not is politics. When you come into your university, what happens to you in class? When you talk to your classmates, when you talk to your teachers, what happens to you? What are the relationships that exist amongst peers, amongst faculty and students? That too is politics. What happened with Rohit Vemula? The violence that he faced within this very university, that was politics. Whether the students of HCU will only get 1,000 rupees of scholarship and you will be asked to make do with it and be happy with whatever you've gotten because you're anyways muft khor who are already leeching on taxpayers' money, this idea is politics. We, as the young people of this country, we are the future of this country. We will make the economy of this country. We will go into research. We will go into academia. We will be the nation. And that is why it is the responsibility of the government to educate us. It is the responsibility of the government to provide us with scholarships and funds so that when we are inside university campuses like HCU, we are not worried about a financial crisis at home. We are not worried of being discriminated against, of being subjected to violence based on caste, class, gender, language, region. To be free to pursue our education, to be free to turn into responsible citizens and adults. It is the absolute responsibility of the government to ensure this. And if the government does not do it, then that too is politics. When you give an examination and you see and you are seeking admission in PhD, you give a UGC NET. And then 2 months later, 2 months after you've given the exam, they say, oh no, the English paper, the commerce paper, the sociology paper, all of it has leaked. That too is politics. When your name is Abdul and you go to a school to audit it and the BJP goons gherao your house and murder your father because you're a Muslim, that too is politics. So if you do politics to us, we will also do politics to you. And that is why politics. That is why when your parents ask you कि पढ़ने लिखने गए हो, एग्जाम दो, असाइनमेंट दो, प्रोटेस्ट में नारा मत दो. When your parents tell you this, when your family tells you this, tell them that to be political is to exist in today's country. To be political means to have dignity in life. To be political is not to be subservient to the powers that we do not even understand. And that is why, as students, and as Bhagat Singh says, that we do understand that the job of students, the main purpose of a student's life has to, of course, be to engage in academics, to study. But if an education is aimed at getting a clerical job, then that education is perhaps useless. Students must engage with the world that they occupy. They must engage with the society that they live in. And to tirelessly strive to change this society, to better this society, is also the job of students. This is what Bhagat Singh says when he talks about the students and young people of this country. And this is also a lesson that the Jantar Mantar protests taught us. Those young people who used to look at their phone screens, who used to look at their mobile screens and TV screens and think ki ye log to they are unemployed, that's why they're always protesting. This time, when they came down to Jantar Mantar, asking for the resignation of a minister who has every year proven how incapable he was, they were lathi charged. Pellet guns were fired at them. And those were not simple lathis. Those lathis had nails embedded in them. Which police protocol tells its police personnel to embed nails in lathis and tear open the skin of protesters? Which police protocol allows for firing pellet guns at common citizens, impairing them permanently, impairing their hearing, impairing their vision for life? Which police manual allows male police personnel to stamp on the chests of women protesters? Which police manual allows for such open and naked bloodbath in the center of this country, in the capital of this country, in central Delhi? Which police SOP allows this, we ask. And when we ask this, we don't ask this without context. We also ask this because we saw that in 2019, when students of Jamia Millia Islamia were sitting in their libraries, opening their books, reading, studying, preparing for their examinations, several security personnel in full armed uniforms, they enter that library and they beat the students black and blue, brutally injure those students. This violence of the police and the security forces is nothing new to us. And whenever we must remember that whenever these lathis have been ordered, they have been ordered against the common students of this country, against the common people of this country. And it was this violence against which students rose up and came to Jantar Mantar. And congratulations to you in HCU, because we know that while we were being beaten up in Delhi, you also came out in protest, asking for accountability, asking for the resignation of the Home Minister and the Commissioner of Police. So revolutionary salute and greetings to all of you for leading by example what solidarity looks like. You did not think कि ये कुछ लोग हैं दिल्ली में जो पिट रहे हैं, हमारा इनसे क्या वास्ता. You understood कि वहां पे जो कोई भी पिट रहा होगा, किसी का दोस्त होगा, किसी का क्लासमेट होगा, किसी का फैमिली मेंबर होगा, और अगर आज वो पिट सकते हैं तो कल इस देश में कोई भी पिट सकता है. हमारे भाई, हमारे दोस्त, हमारे फैमिली मेंबर्स भी पिट सकते हैं. तो सॉलिडारिटी की ये मिसाल कायम करने के लिए एक इंक्रीजिंगली डिवाइसिव और नफरती सत्ता के सामने आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई हो. They constantly asked us, मीडिया चैनल्स बार बार हमसे पूछते रहे कि आप भूख हड़ताल पे बैठे हैं, क्या होगा भूख हड़ताल पे बैठने से. गांधीयन आइडिया भूख हड़ताल का है that you appeal to the consciousness of your oppressor. हम ऐसा नहीं मानते हैं. हम थोड़ा लेफ्ट में आते हैं समझदारी में, तो हम ये नहीं मानते हैं कि भूख हड़ताल आपके ओप्रेसर की कॉन्शियसनेस को एक अपील होती है. हम मानते हैं कि अगर हम भूख हड़ताल पे बैठेंगे तो हम अपील करेंगे उसके कॉन्शियसनेस को जो हमारे जैसे हैं. हम अपील करेंगे इस देश की आम आवाम की कॉन्शियसनेस को। हम उन्हें दिखाएंगे कि वो राइट विंग का इकोसिस्टम जो जब हमें टीवी स्क्रीन्स पे दिखाता है प्राइम टाइम में और कहता है देखो देशद्रोही, देखो पाकिस्तानी, देखो एंटी नेशनल, देखो आईएसआई एजेंट, तो वो लोग जब क्लैप करते हैं, वैसे ही लोग या उन्हीं लोगों के फैमिली में पहली जनरेशन, उन्हीं फैमिलीज के बच्चे जब दिल्ली में बैठते हैं भूख हड़ताल पे, तो सरकार किसी की बात सुनती नहीं है। हर दिन गवर्नमेंट की एक मेडिकल टीम आती थी, हमारा ब्लड प्रेशर लेती थी, कभी 90 होता था, कभी 60 होता था। हर रोज हमारे गिरते हुए ब्लड शुगर को नापती थी, हमें एडवाइस करती थी कि आप कोमा में जा सकते हैं, आपको ऑर्गन शट डाउन हो सकता है। हर बार हमें एडवाइस करती थी। हमारा कीटोन्स चेक होता था, जिसके बाद आपकी किडनीज परमानेंटली अफेक्ट हो जाते हैं। हमारा ईसीजी हुआ है, उसी पब्लिक जंतर मंतर पे हमारा ईसीजी हुआ है, और ये तमाम रिपोर्ट्स सरकार के पास जाती थी। तो क्या सरकार को ये दिखा नहीं कि 23 दिन इस देश के 21 से 19, 30 साल के स्टूडेंट्स जंतर मंतर पे, पब्लिक प्लेस पे, एट द हार्ट ऑफ दिल्ली, ओनली अ फ्यू किलोमीटर्स अवे फ्रॉम द प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स ओन रेजिडेंस, प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। हर रोज उनकी जान और जोखिम में जा रही है, देयर लाइफ इज वेस्टिंग अवे, बट द गवर्नमेंट, nobody from the government had the decency, had the empathy, had the generosity to come to Jantar Mantar and speak to us.
Shame.
And that is why we don't appeal to the consciousness of the government. We appeal to the consciousness of the people. कि देखिए, जो सरकार आपसे बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ का नारा लगा के बात करती है, वो सरकार जंतर मंतर पे जो बेटियां बैठती हैं, उनके बारे में, उनकी हेल्थ, उनकी सेफ्टी के बारे में चिंता नहीं करती है। देखिए, जो परीक्षा पे चर्चा वो बार बार करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के प्रति अपने आप को एम्पैथेटिक दिखाने के लिए, वो स्टूडेंट्स जब भूख हड़ताल पे बैठते हैं तो एक दिन उनके हेल्थ का चेकअप लेने के लिए, अपडेट लेने के लिए कोई सरकार की तरफ से नहीं आता है। इट वॉज ऑलवेज एन अपील to the common people of this country, and it is such a great pleasure to say that the common people of this country did not fail us. Every day that we would continue to sit at Jantar Mantar, dozens upon dozens of people would come to us. I am not even 30, but people twice, 3 times my age, they would come to us. They would hold my hand, they would hold the hands of my other comrades, and they would start crying. They would cry and cry and cry and apologize to us. पहले 2-3 बार हमको समझ नहीं आया कि ये हो क्या रहा है, लेकिन फिर ये एक पैटर्न बन गया that these people would come और ये हमसे बोलते थे, हमें माफ़ करिए, हमने बीजेपी को वोट किया है, हम ही हैं वो लोग जिसकी वजह से आपको आज भूख हड़ताल पे बैठना पड़ रहा है, हम ही हैं वो लोग जिसकी वजह से 22 नीट के स्टूडेंट्स को आत्महत्या करनी पड़ी, हम ही हैं वो लोग जो बार बार बीजेपी को सत्ता में लाते रहे, शर्मिंदा हैं। ये बोलते थे हर रोज हमें। एंड पीपल आस्क कि भूख हड़ताल में मुश्किल होती थी क्या? होती होगी शायद, लेकिन ये चीज सुन करके जितनी हिम्मत आती थी तो ऐसा लगता था कि 3 दिन शायद और बैठेंगे तो 3 दर्जन और लोग आके बोलेंगे कि ये जो गलती है हमारी नफरत को चुन लेने की, उस गलती को आप वापस कभी इस देश में दोहराएंगे नहीं। हम ये सुन लेंगे अगर हम लोग, शायद अगर 3 दिन और बैठ जाएंगे। ये हिम्मत देता था हमें। इनफैक्ट अ स्टूडेंट हु कमिटेड सुसाइड आफ्टर द नीट पेपर लीक, उनके फैमिली आए थे हमसे मिलने के लिए। वो हमारे साथ 1-1.5 घंटा बैठे। उन्होंने हमें बहुत सारी फ़ोटोज़ दिखाई अपने बेटे की, और हमें बोला कि थैंक यू कि आपने मेरे बेटे को सिर्फ एक स्टेटिस्टिक्स नहीं रहने दिया, एक नंबर नहीं रहने दिया। आज मेरे बेटे ने जो फेस किया है, मेरे बेटे का नाम लोग जान रहे हैं। उन्होंने हमें फ़ोटो दिखाई कि वो बर्फ़ में एक जगह पे कहीं घूम रहे हैं, अपने परिवार के साथ बहुत साल पहले गए थे, और वो कहते हैं कि उन्हें बर्फ़ बहुत पसंद थी मेरे बेटे को। और नीट का पेपर देने के बाद बहुत अच्छा गया था उनका एग्ज़ाम। उन्होंने बुक कर लिया था कि हम जाएंगे अब 2 हफ्ते बाद, बर्फ़ में जाएंगे हम लोग घूमने के लिए। तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैं भी एक बीजेपी सपोर्टर हूँ, और ना सिर्फ मैं खुद वोट करता था बीजेपी को, अपने पूरे फैमिली को वोट करवाता था। लेकिन अब मैं कितना चीखूं, मैं कितना चिल्लाऊं, कुछ भी करूं, क्या मेरा बेटा वापस आ सकता है? क्या वो जिस छुट्टी के बारे में, जिस बर्फ में घूमने के बारे में इमेजिन कर रहा था, कल्पना कर रहा था, सपने देख रहा था, क्या वो बर्फ में घूम पाएगा? उस छुट्टी को एंजॉय कर पाएगा? उस छुट्टी पे कभी जा पाएगा? क्योंकि जिन लोगों की सांस्थानिक हत्या इस सिस्टम में होती है, चाहे वो रोहित वेमुला हो या वो स्टूडेंट्स हो जिनको नीट के पेपर लीक के बाद अपनी जान लेने पे मजबूर कर दिया इस सिस्टम ने, वो एक आंकड़ा नहीं होता है। इतिहास के पन्नों में लिखा, गुम हो गया, भुला दिया गया एक नाम नहीं होता है। वो जिंदा लोग थे जिनके सपने थे अपने फ्यूचर को लेकर, अपने फैमिली को लेकर, अपने दोस्तों को लेकर के। एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट रोहित ऑल्सो सेज। ही सेज दैट अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हैज नेवर बीन सीन as a being full of possibilities, as a being capable of thinking, capable of thought, capable of emotions. A person has always been reduced to a number, a vote. All of us have been reduced to a vote, a number that people in power rally during elections. They talk to us about our caste. They say, oh, you're a Brahmin. Oh, you're a Kshatriya. Oh, you're from so-and-so caste. We are the party of your caste. They will come to you and say, oh, you're a Hindu. Oh, you're Adivasi, so you're Hindu. They will come and say, oh, you're a Dalit, so you're Hindu. They will constantly say that you have a relationship to them based on your caste, based on your religion, based on the language you speak, based on the district, the state that you come from. But always remember, these relationships that they are forcing upon all of us during elections, you will see this during your union elections also. So, these relationships that they constantly try to force upon you, always remember that from the BJP to the ABVP, whenever they were asked to take a side, they stood with people who did not hesitate to rain down lathis on you. Always remember that when you were fighting for your education, they were fighting to implement NEP in your own university. It is this very complex where I saw this just now. It's written ABVP for NEP. Shame on you. The same NEP that is responsible for the centralization of education, because of which examinations like the NEET, the JEE, the UGC NET, which has been cancelled yesterday, all of these examinations have been centralized and institutionalized by the NEP. And the ABVP wishes to implement this NEP. The fee hike that we are witnessing across institutions, educational institutions in this country, that fee hike has been facilitated by this very NEP. And ABVP wishes to implement this NEP in our universities. This university belongs to us. This university belongs to the common people, the common students of this country, and there is no place in our universities for people who have always stood with Adani and Ambani, who have always stood with the government, who have always stood with power. And when they try to forge this relationship of caste, religion with you, always tell them that, you know, we might be from the same caste, we might be from the same religion, but we're all united in the fact that you can't be inhumane, you can't spread hatred against another. So when they forge a relationship of pride, caste pride with you, and say that, look, you don't have access to education, or you are forced to inhabit this university because a reservation exists, and that should be removed. whenever you say this, whenever they say this, you tell them that we might be from the same caste, but this university belongs equally to all of us. And every time you try to exclude another by saying that we are same and that is why the third person is different, you reject them. Whenever they say that, oh, we are all Hindus and we have to fight for the pride of this religion, and we have to take care of the Muslims in this country, you tell them that irrespective of religion, we come from one humanity, we fought for this country and the freedom of this country together, irrespective of religion, and you cannot divide us in our campuses. When they tell you, अभी तो रक्षाबंधन भी आ रहा है, when they tell you कि आप हमारी बहन हैं, हम आपके भाई हैं, हम आपके एरिया से आते हैं, आपकी भाषा बोलते हैं, आपके क्षेत्र से हैं, तो आप हमें वोट करिएगा इस बार फिर से यूनियन में. टेल देम दैट यू आर अ पार्टी ऑफ ब्रिजभूषण शरण, यू आर अ पार्टी ऑफ प्रज्वल रेवन्ना, यू आर अ पार्टी हु सपोर्ट्स रेपिस्ट्स फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. So why don't you leave my room? Why don't you leave my hostel room? Why don't you leave our classroom? Because there is going to be no place for rapist supporting organizations like you. You tell them this much. You tell them, if they tell you that, oh, see, we're from the same district, we speak the same dialect, we speak the same language, you vote for us this time. You tell them that the words that we speak might be similar, but the hate that you have when you're speaking that language is very different from the sympathy that I have for everyone, for all of the students who study here, and that is why no vote for you this time. I'm talking specifically about elections because I know they are around the corner, and I am very worried about what happened last year at HCU, and I hope that we are able to correct that, and once again JNU and HCU fly their red banners high, their red banners, their blue banners, their Lal Salam, their Jai Bhim, their Neel Salams together and high. I really hope so. क्योंकि अगर इस मुल्क को किसी ने बार बार इंसानियत याद दिलाई है, सॉलिडारिटी याद दिलाई है, तो वो HCU जैसे कैंपसेस ने याद दिलाई है. इस देश में किसी के भी साथ जुल्म क्यों ना हो, HCU के स्टूडेंट्स उस जुल्म के बारे में क्या सोचेंगे, और ये सोचेंगे कि हमेशा उनके साथ खड़े रहा जाए जिनको बेआबरू किया जा रहा है, जिनके ऊपर हिंसा की जा रही है. ये भी HCU जैसे कैंपसेस ने हमें सिखाया है. तो इसलिए आगे आने वाले समय की हर लड़ाई में आप फिर से न्याय के पक्ष में खड़े रहें. वी स्टैंड on the side of justice, we stand on the side of resistance, we stand on the side of all power to the people, not the politicians, to the people. May HCU flourish, may the politics, may the progressive politics of HCU flourish, and may this campus once again, as it has always done, teach the entire country what solidarity looks like, what young people fighting for their future, fighting for a country that is being rendered broken looks like. Red salute, Jai Bhim, Lal Salam to all of you. Thank you so much.
कांग्रेस ने आपको जय भीम लाल सलाम, साथी ने आपको जय भीम नील सलाम.